super low. Super duper low. On the compressor. Is that any better? A little bit. Looks like I'm gonna have to speak with my main voice. Oh, that is so weird that it's ultra low right now. I don't know why. Let me see. If I plug it in here, is it going to be better, worse? It's still coming across kind of low, which is surprising. Alright, let me try this one more time. Filters. Let me turn the gain all the way up. Turn this up. Nope. I go 6 to 1. Is that any better? Nope, not really. Okay, I'll keep it 3 to 1. I don't know what's going on right now. Bring this stuff back on. So weird. Microphone is deciding to act up a little bit. I gotta keep warming up though, because today's races are going to be a bit crazy. We are doing 4 downhill finishes. Now, while the description makes it seem like it's 4 downhill fast sprint finishes, we're also doing 2 different climbs. Thanks, MK. Good luck to you as well if you are racing today. I am definitely ready for, well, as ready as I'm gonna be for this race. Considering I raced last night, at 7 p.m. Eastern time for Flame Rouge Racing on the Super 6 Series. That video will come out hopefully this weekend, if not by Monday. Got family in town, and so that always makes things dynamic when it comes to recording, editing, all that stuff. So, but me being the sprinter on the team means I had to warm up my legs yesterday for today. And yesterday's sprints, and this is where, if you've never raced any of the Flame Rouge Racing FRR series, this is what I like about that racing. The segments are FTS, not FAL. Now, I know in real world, World Tour racing, they're FAL, and so that's really all that matters. But I like the FTS because guys like me that can get dropped on climbs will still have an opportunity to be competitive. Gear Patrol, what is that? We'll still have an opportunity to be competitive, and earn points for our team. And so that just seems cool. Try and get a picture of homeboy in his Gear Patrol kit. That is just weird looking. So I know you guys, I don't think you can see the fronts of my handlebars, but I no longer have the Zwift play controllers connected or set up. So I bought the Zwift Click a while back, not a while back, a couple weeks ago, or probably more than that, and held them on reserve in case my Zwift play controllers started acting up. Because as you guys know, water's been seeping into my left controller, wreaking havoc on my races. And so, not thrilled about that. But ultimately, so I ended up getting the Zwift Click and had them on reserve, installed the cog, because obviously the Zwift Click comes with the new cog. Installed the cog, felt good. Everything, felt normal, like it should have felt. And then last weekend, play controllers started acting up again. I took them to my brother and sister-in-law's house, had my bike outside in between the humidity and sweat. Basically everything started, moisture started seeping in, and my controllers didn't work. Thankfully, I brought my Click with me because I switched to that for the race. And I gotta say, now that my fingers are finally getting adjusted to how the buttons are orientated, because I have them on the sides of my handlebars, now that I'm getting adjusted to it, they feel really good. Now, the thing that I was worried about the most, which is why I didn't switch initially to the Click when I first bought them, is steering. Because for whatever reason, I did not. What jersey is that? Oh, here we go. So I didn't know whether or not steering was enabled with the Zwift Click. I was under the impression that they didn't have steering, kind of like the old school Click. And so I basically just didn't use them. Well, come to find out, they have steering. Oh my God. Look, they have steering. And so I don't have to worry about it. Thanks, Greg. I'm gonna do my best, as Colin says. Do my best, because so race 2 is the race that I think I have the most. So race 2 and 3 are the ones that I'm fearful of the most, primarily because race 2 goes up the rooftop KOM, and then the finish is at the bottom. So I got to get over the rooftop to be competitive. Now, if you guys saw the video previously, I believe I've mentioned it probably one other time. I got to do better at mentioning it more. But on my weight loss journey, I'm doing better. This is now basically the end of week 2, and I'm down right around 5 kilograms. I went from 87 to 82. I was at 82.2 this morning. So the rooftop should be better, a little bit easier than the last time I rode it, which was last week Wednesday for the new whatever the series is called. And so I should do better. Should be better. The thing that I was hoping to do before I started losing weight was to build up my power, so that way I can basically get into the 300 watt FTP zone, as well as into the B pace group category while I was still in the upper 80s. And the reason for that is because that's going to make basically racing at 80, sub 80 kilograms more competitive for me. Because when I race in the B pace group, or the AB pen for, I guess, lack of confusion, because while the points themselves matter, 0S points matter, most people just refer to as A and B pen just because it's the first and second pen. No matter what range you're in, it's the first and second pen. And so, and sometimes you're in the first pen because your score is too high, and for the range, it's just what you get. And so, while I am competitive to some degree in those races, I find myself in a position where I continuously get dropped on climbs, or the pace is so high. Thanks, JD. The pace is so high that I'm not able to hold the wheel for long. Well, I'm able to hold the wheel, but just barely. The moment I hit like a 1-2% incline, I'm toast. Like I can't, I don't have the legs to keep up. And so that's the prime reason why I wanted to improve my strength, improve my fitness. Now, if you saw my video from the other day, my VO2 max went up significantly, more than I ever imagined it would. Primarily from heat training. I know being in ketosis and kind of going that direction does actually help. I just don't know all the detailed science behind it, so I don't want to just say that that's the reason why as well. Plus, I've only been back in active ketosis for 2 weeks. Prior to that, I was on and off while I figured out what my kind of eating style what worked and what didn't. Thanks, Steph. Appreciate it, man. I don't know if you're racing today. If you are, good luck. I feel like this series of races is going to be good for you, because they're a good dynamic range of speed and power. At least race 2 and 3, because you got the power to, I think, keep up on the climbs and hold your own on the climbs. Unlike me. Race 3 is in Richmond, where we go over the two like super steep hills. And so I'm thinking race 3, I'm going to use the 4.5 Pros, just so that way I have the most advantage there on the sprint, or on the climbs. Hopefully keep up with the sprints, because as always, being in the 510 to 700 group like I'm racing with guys that are ultra strong, but also still ultra fast in these competitions. And so even if my sprint numbers look good on paper, these guys are strong enough to where they can beat me by beating me down the first 90% of the race and leaving me with nothing at the end. And so that's where I'm looking to improve. I just realized I don't have the bet bot turned on, and so I will turn that on in 100 meters. So for those that want to challenge me and see where I land in this series, as always, the betting is open to whichever course I perform the best. And so move sauce out of the way for a sec. I really wish sauce had a way of carbots, bedding, refresh, because there's no reason that should be empty. This is the only problem with streaming once a week, is I forget some of these details. Alright, open bet, move sauce back into place. I wish sauce had a way of minimizing the little top bar. I know we can close the actual window. I'll leave that there. So the overlays hide, but the main bar for sauce doesn't hide when you do that. And so oftentimes it's in the way. All right. Let's see. Put on some Green Day for now. I was trying to have another group of songs prepped and ready for this race series, but the new version of Suno, some of the prompts just are like, I was trying to create if you know what Miami, like 90s Miami, what they call Freaknik or booty music is, I was trying to create a series of songs like that. But that is the one genre, as it turns out, that AI is unable to produce. At least Suno's AI is not able to produce, because it's such a unique sound that, I did direct prompts using artist names, specific genres, and what I kept getting was basically the foundation of what that music is, which is disco, funk, hip-hop, rap, and DJ sets. And so wanted to do something like that, ended up not being able to create it, and just kind of ran out of time. So you get to listen to me breathe and my fans whirl as we race today, which for some people that level of ASMR might be soothing, especially if you know you're not the only one suffering. Now originally I was going to go with my Zwift Aero bike, because that's what we're using for FRR, and I feel like using that bike is going to help me improve my racing with that bike for FRR. And so far it has. Like, I feel the heaviness of it. I'm getting to know the bike on the climbs and on the flats But my racing score keeps dropping low and low and low and low. So I need to redeem myself. Right now I'm in the 530s. I think if I race well enough, I'll probably go into the 540s today. Just kind of hover in there, which is I'm happy with, because that means the Monday races I can race with the usual crew, with the people that I know well enough how they race, when to push, when not to push, versus the upper categories. A lot of those guys I don't know, and a lot of them are very strong. And so while they pull me and make me work harder, it's still like, it still doesn't feel like I'm competitive. And ultimately I want to feel competitive, because who doesn't? All right, so let me join the pen if I can find the right buttons. Oh, for a second I thought everyone was defaulting to the orange kit. I was saying, no, that's gonna be so confusing. Because you want to keep an eye on the people you keep an eye on. Yo, Jizza's in this race. Super strong racer. He's gonna make me work for my results, for sure. So I saw Marshall with the OTR had SP on his name, which means he's doing the FRR Super 6 Series as well. And he is the sprinter for his team. So Marshall is going to be on my list of people to watch, because he is going to be probably super fast. Now I can tell you, from yesterday, I was not the fastest sprinter. Thankfully, my teammate was. I was second fastest in our race. And now that I've switched, so in the series of ongoing issues with my trainer, Elite's sent me a new motherboard, which I should receive on Monday, now that I've paid my tariffs. And then I switched in the meantime, because I had issues last weekend, a lot of issues last weekend. In the meantime, I switched to Bluetoothing everything to my phone, and then using the companion app to pair with Zwift. And not only did I notice an immediate change in resistance, meaning when I go up to gear 12, it feels good. Oh God. A+ and Pizza Boy in my pen. Oh my God. Great. And so not only does my resistance feel good at the top end, because what was happening is I'd hit gear 212, which is the highest gear, and it would feel like I'm spinning out, which was frustrating because it was limiting my sprints. Well, you'll see today that's not the case. Today, if I'm bad at sprinting, it's because of me. Because the last few races I did, my connection's been good, holding its own. So, with that said, 5 seconds to go. Enjoy the breathing, and I will catch you guys after this stage. Ooh, someone launched their draft bus a little too early. I thought about blowing my power-ups early to test my legs. Thanks, Camille. On a pure sprint with no power-ups, but nah. kind of a small field today. Only 58 in the pen. I will, because so leading into the sprint, there's like 2 back-to-back hills that the last time I did this sprint in tiny races, I messed it up. I went too early and I stalled on the first hill and lost position. So I'm gonna try to not do that today. Here's the other thing I like about the Zwift Click. I can change my view. I know there's a way to do that with the controllers. I just never figured it out. Now this is a fairly long sprint. And it's an uphill. It's a downhill sprint with a slight uphill finish. Now we'll see how the group responds on the Sasquatch. And again, thanks MK for sending me the recon video. I was watching that this morning. Helped me make sure I understand how to negotiate these sprints. Although I will say, having done 2 recon style rides for the FRR stages now, for both stages, feeling the sprints, segments, and the lead up to them, as well as knowing what gear, specifically knowing what gear I need to be in to approach the sprint, man, that helps a lot. I can't tell you how invaluable that was. The only thing it won't help is positioning. Of course, when you're that strong, you should be. Man, this pack is moving. Thank you, Sauce, for cooperating. Jesus, those guys are fast. Damn it, man. Oh, no wonder. From the dragons. Jesus, man. Dude, they came through me like I was standing still. All right. 4 minutes. Thanks, man. I thought I could hold my power back a little bit in the middle, but maybe that was a mistake. I think I lost enough momentum to help these guys just fly forward. Not that I think they needed the help, but man, they came by fast. Dude, he made it like I love sprinting on the BMX bike because it just looks cool as hell. That's pretty real. And if you're in a race group that you can outcompete strong riders on a non-race bike, then you have enough power to do well. Obviously, they've got enough power to do well. But again, felt good in that race. My gears felt good. I just don't know how else to explain it. Because before, I really would, like, if I was in gear 212 before, I probably wouldn't have gone over like 800, maybe into the 900s, where I still feel like I had more room to go in spite of how tired I was hitting that sprint. All right, now's the insane race, because we go uphill, and at these guys' speed, all right. Gotta change the song. I like Taylor Swift, but hearing a alternative rock cover is a little weird. All right. Whew, man. Thanks, Mark. Oh, he's on Team Tribe, yeah. Fantastic racer. That's all because of my weight loss, my 3.4 watts per kilogram. Really what it comes down to. Which again, I was hoping not to make the weight loss my reason why my watts per kilogram went up, but 'tis what it is. All right, here we go again. I hope they make this a power segment in Zwift. I feel like this is the fastest segment in any map. Thanks, man. Need you in here, Paul. Show these guys what's up. Nice to see the pace has calmed down a bit. Thanks, man. big part of my heart rate recovery is supplements, but also, of all things, sugar. As well, being in ketosis has a lot of benefits. For demanding efforts, glucose is still the body's preferred source of energy, and the heart functions best. Hold on. Oh, nice. Hopefully somewhere fun or relaxing, or both. Yeah, under high stress loads, the heart prefers glucose. Which helps brings the heart rate down, or really keep it from going too high. Yeah, I know it's so hard for me though. This climb is just like outside of my reach of endurance at high power. That's why I chose the DT65s help me manage my climbing and flat performance. Thanks, I'll try. I thought about using it downhill, pick up speed. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I got to. Oh my God, my legs hurt. Ah. Oh my God. Fuck. Oh God. Not enough time. Oh my God. Definitely my best rooftop. Oh my God. All right. Damn it, man. Oh. Before I forget. Buttons. Buttons. Thanks, man. I should have pushed harder to hold on to that front pack. I thought I could recover and then kind of catch up on the downhill with the arrow. But man, they flew. All right. Let me keep my legs moving. This is why my trainer likes to seize up when I stop. All right, 50 seconds. Yeah, man. I've done it before in the right circumstances when I'm like a second or two off the back, but I let myself get too far. What it comes down to. All right, 15 seconds. Oh my God, my legs, oh, they hurt. Thanks, guys. All right. I'm trying. I wasted my oh my God. my God. Oh. Oh God. Oh my God. My legs. Thanks, man. I'm happy with my climb. That first one and the second. The second one was a sprint segment in FRR last year, or one of the previous series. So I just went into that sprint mode. Oh my God. All my legs. I know it's hard when the first few hundred meters out my legs are cramping. Oh. I shouldn't have done what I did at the top of that first climb though. I thought we were going right into the downhill slope. Not the first time I forgot it has a tabletop. And I lost way too much momentum. And mentally I just didn't. My brain was telling my legs to keep pushing, while my legs were telling my brain to go fly a kite somewhere. To be polite. Oh my God. Had a good song playing though. Oh my God. All right. Actually, let me switch wheels. This level, or this stage, is basically flat. Oh my God. Well, the good news is we haven't lost that many people. Went from 58 or 58 to 43. Handful of people. Come on, bike. Come on, trainer. Bro, seriously? Here we go. Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of rollers. Nothing crazy. Just enough to be painful. Hoping the discs will help me keep up with the group a little better. So let my legs rest. Man, oh man. Oh boy. That's because Zwift Insider said they would all be fast downhill races. He forgot to mention we had to go uphill first before we go down. Oh my God. All right, hopefully I can redeem myself on this race. If I can get another top 10, then I can my score will balance. Remember, if you are betting, this is the last opportunity. Top 10 so far is the safest bet. Since my first race, I was in, I think, 6th, somewhere around there. I would love to podium, but my legs are exceptionally tired. And with the way the Dragon guy sprints, as well as Marcus, or Pizza Boy, I don't know if they're gonna let me just take podium. So we'll see. Oh, the CD is skipping. Why is the CD skipping? Hate when that happens. Why is the CD skipping? Actually, no, I'll let Freak on Leash play. All right. Oh, that's why one of my headphones is bugging out and died. Oh well. I got Freak on a Leash in one ear. What happened? What is going on? So weird. All right. Alright, almost there. All right, going back to normal-ish. We'll see how this race goes. And for those of you who like racing, like fast, hard, or fun racing, or all three, come join us Monday on JD's channel, Discord, link in the description for our Monday night Mafia racing. We have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Makes for a great adventure on Zwift. Hands are sweaty. My grips are sweaty. All right, here we go. Last tiny race for the day. Me too. We got betting, we got action, we got coercion, we have plots against specific riders. Makes for a great event. Oh my God. How are they stretching this group out? Oh my God. Okay. I just gotta make it over this hill. Now we got 65 people. Oh my God. Whee! Oh my God. Ah. Oh my God. Oh, my legs. Sorry guys. I know it was loud. Oh my God, my legs. Good job, guys. No climbing. Thanks, man. Let's see. Good pizza boy. 11th place. See, the dragon guy, man. Fast life. Man, these guys are strong. Good numbers. Dude, 340, 349 at 3.7. Fast and big boys. Right there. Oh, that felt good. Hurt, but felt good. I'll stay here. I'm not climbing though. Oh my God. That's U-turn. There we go. Last 200 meters on something simple. My God. Dude, I started going up that bridge, and my legs just went from "we feel good" to "what the hell," in just that span of like 10 meters to the top of the bridge. Oh my God. Like the quad, like the top quad muscle right here on both legs feel like they've been ripped apart. But 2 days of all-out sprinting will do that for sure. And actually, it's been a week of sprinting because Tuesday, I reconned the Navigate course for sprinting, and I went all out. Wednesday had a ladder race, but we did the Z Racing series, and that hurt. And then Thursday, TTT, which wasn't a lot of sprinting, but it was a lot of effort. And then today. Uh-oh. Who are you racing against? All right. I'm good. I think I saw, what do you say, Dirty Cryos? Dirty Cricos? I don't know that team. Up Fox Hill. No Holly. Tushies. Let me tell you, man, Holly Bergen, she is absolutely impressive considering last year when I started racing, she had done like a gazillion TTTs in one day. So she built up a strong reputation of being kind of like what Mike Bell does, just does stuff, you know, willing to jump in and do crazy. And so she did the the UCI qualifiers last year. Did well, you know, she's strong. Did a few events last year as well and had good power. This year though, if you hadn't watched her UCI qualifying race and the workups that she did to that on Twitch, bro, she's become a beast. Absolute beast. I think her FTP is either right around what I have or right above. And at her weight, she's a monster when it comes to racing. And so she's done exceptionally well. Super, super inspiring. And so it's always good to see when the quote unquote underdog, like she would be considered, not only does what she did last year, but then exceeds her efforts and exceeds her abilities to do what she did in the qualifying race. And the qualifying race this year was horrifically tough. The first route was like 1,000 meters of elevation for the first of 3 back-to-back stages. So absolutely nothing to sneeze at. And so I don't want to wish anybody race against her. Although Evil Steph has got some strong legs, so. All right, I'm gonna push myself up the escalator real quick, as if I didn't torture my legs enough today. I hope this is one of those segments, or this is one of those spots where I hope it becomes a power segment, because it would be nice. So I looked up my sprint, one of my sprint segments in Zwift Power, and oh, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right, let me see if I can do this on 2-4. Spin the legs up. Oh, okay, no more. That was just enough. It's like that. It's like a bell curve. You go just hard enough till the legs start to feel it, and then you finish. Yeah, they're definitely strong. Strong guys. And so, oh my God. All that to say, I look forward to you guys' races, because I get inspired by seeing everybody race as much as I can throughout the day. Even if the race doesn't go like you want it to, it's the effort that makes me push harder. Suited up for the cold. What's that? We don't have cold. Thanks, man. But actually, it was nice this morning. It was like it felt like it was in the 60s, but it was probably in the 70s. But with the amount of humidity we have, it feels colder when you go outside. But all right, fellas, I'm gonna get out of here. My mom's coming into town, and I've got to get ready to go be a family man. So appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you, everybody. Steph, MK, JD, Paul, Steph and Paul specifically. Thank you guys for trying to get me to work right, trying to get me to do a good job. I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But again, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for encouraging me. As I said before, you guys encouraging me, not only in the chat, but also encouraging me by your races. So with that being said, I will be editing my FRR video, hopefully getting that out soon, so you guys can see what that's all about. All right, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. And it looks like Mike is live too, so go check out his channel. I'll be popping in there to say hello. All right, guys, appreciate you. Have a good weekend.